The name he never knew. I never wanted him to know. I knew what he wanted. I thought he never knew. The movie with Ben Affleck and Anne Hathaway? The last thing he wanted. That's what the movie is called. Anyway, it does star Ben Affleck and Anne Hathaway. And what is this movie about? Well, Anne Hathaway plays a reporter who's from the Atlantic Post, and she goes down to El Salvador and other countries and figuring out why are all these guns getting into these countries, or how is it? How are they getting from the U.S. to El Salvador? And she has to figure out with her, reporter background and her whatever they're called, her reporting instincts to figure out who is it? Is it someone she knows? Or is it part of a CIA French cover up? Because I have no clue after watching this movie. This movie has no idea what it wants to be. I was staring at the screen, like waiting for something to happen. And then an hour and 53 minutes happens, and I'm like, oh, the movie's done? Like, what just happened? Like, I have no idea what this movie's about. It literally is she's in El Salvador taking pictures. She comes to America, and then now she has to, it's during 84 Bush Reagan, and now she has to cover this. But while covering it, she meets her dad, and her dad says you gotta do this drug/gun thing. And then her dad is actually an arms dealer bringing the guns to El Salvador. But then he gets swiped away, and then Ben Affleck comes in for 7 minutes, who is a senator aide, I believe. But while doing that, Anne Hathaway is pressuring the Secretary of Defense, the CIA, and these senator aides to figure out why are these guns getting there. And then while she's in El Salvador, she does stupid decisions of losing her passport, doing stuff with drugs. She could have left this movie 35 minutes in, but they wanted to make it an hour 53 minutes. Uh, there's nothing wrong with the acting and the makeup with Anne Hathaway. She looks like she is in a nitty gritty with this, but the sole responsibility goes to the director and writing, which is the same person. It is written in such a piss poor manner that you have no idea what's happening. And every time like there's something happening and Anne Hathaway figures out something's happening, she gives a blank stare and then starts sprinting in the other direction. Like she's on the beach and she looks up at the balcony, sprints. She's on the phone, looks at a person, drops the phone, sprints. She sees something, she realizes, huh, that's weird, sprints. It's like, where are you sprinting to? Like, where are you running? We don't know. Like, and half the clues the movie gives you, you're like, huh? That's the clue we're supposed to get off of? And all of a sudden there's a terrorist attack at the embassy. What? And all of a sudden there's a French operative. Is he good or bad? What? Is the CIA good or bad? What? Is this senator aide Bob Wilder good or bad? What? But this Bob Wilder is a guy that her dad knew and she knew in her past what seemed like he would have been a good guy because he knew her father, but when she sees him, she just sprints on the beach to another direction. What? Like, this movie is, it tries to be smart, but it has no idea what it's trying to be or what it wants to be. It literally does not. Like, yeah, I understand that you're trying to figure out where these guns are coming from or who they're coming from. And there's this random 4-star general that literally, she gives him a file and he's like, oh yeah, these are National Guard weapons, yada, yada, yada. What? A 4-star general knows the National Guard is funneling weapons to El Salvador and does nothing about it but tells a reporter? What? Like, this is a dumb movie. This is a straight up, straight to DVD Netflix movie, and there's a reason why. And then all of a sudden there's and the very end falling scene is like, what? This whole movie's, what is happening? Like, they're really, the only redeeming quality is Anne Hathaway feels like she's in the nitty gritty and she doesn't have makeup on and she just looks like she's in the shit. And that's the only positive about this movie because you have no idea what's happening. And they bring Toby Jones in this movie and you really have no idea who the character is, why he's there. Yeah, you know he's gay and there's a scene like that, but why is he in the movie? Like, we have no idea why. And then Ben Affleck comes to random doors here and there, and she knows where Ben Affleck is, but he's like, don't come to where I'm going. But she's like, oh, I know where you're at, so I'm going where you're going. I'm going to the embassy, even though I gave someone a passport. You're a reporter. You've been to multiple countries, but you go to a hotel and you automatically give someone a passport and you don't ask for it back. Oh, you want a copy of it? Sure. I'll just leave it at the front desk and I'll leave it there. What? I'm done with this movie. What's it called again? Oh, yeah. The Last Thing He Wanted. Who is he? The dad? Ben Affleck? What? And I feel like they're trying to make it political because it's an election year, but what? Well, half a blue futon. You're getting half for 10%. It is that bad, guys. But the Critics' News scores gave this film. So you do have the audience at 6% with 33 of them, and there's no audience score yet. And here's critic consensus. It'll be the last thing most viewers wanted to. I'll have to agree. Even the critics are like, what is this script? What are you trying to do? Like, I don't know if it's written very differently than edited, completely pissed poorly, but I have no idea what this movie's about. Yeah, it's a reporter trying to figure out where the guns come from, but she figures out where the guns come from in the first 30 minutes of the movie, and after that, she's just running in random directions. So do you agree with the 6 or 10%? She's talking to Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Well, no thanks, Futon, Toby, Blue Tony. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Yeah, this movie makes no sense. And you don't remember the title of the movie, The Last Thing He Knew? The Last Thing He Wanted. You just don't remember the freaking title. There's a reason why these Netflix movies, God, this one's a bad one. This might be the worst movie of the year right now. It's that bad.